You're not gonna rank in Google unless you start clustering keywords. The problem is that you need tools to do this, and normally they either cost a lot or they're free but only let you cluster a certain amount of keywords. But I know a way to do it for free, which is a bit time consuming, but it does the job. Let me show you. The first thing you need is obviously keywords to find them. I'm gonna assume you already found them, but in case you haven't, an example would be using the seed keyword technique, where you go to Ahrefs or SEMrush and you put a core word of what your product or service is. And under the include rule, you can put a variable that singles out what your product and service is and takes out everything that's not related to that, but it would have the same name that you've added initially. Check this out, we have 30,000 keywords to work with just for this product. This is what's called a keyword research, and obviously it's way more in depth and advanced than what I just mentioned now. But let's say you have this. A lot of people do the mistake of actually going one by one with these keywords and creating a page for each one of them. Or maybe not as bad as that, but at least they get very confused on what to do. And this is because all these 30,000 keywords have to be clustered together. So there are tools that help you do this. And what they actually do is they search each keyword that you found in Google. And if there are a lot of overlapping websites, when two keywords are searched, then they put those keywords together. And this is because if the same URL is ranking for both keywords, it means that with one URL, you can rank for both keywords. And if not, then you should create one URL for one keyword and one URL for another, different pages. If you actually want the link of the two tools that I use, just comment cluster and I'll give them in the comments. But if I didn't have these tools, what I'll do is go through my 30,000 keywords and just search them in Google or in an SEO tool like Ahrefs or SEMrush. And the first thing you have to identify is if the keyword that you're searching is the parent keyword. And what this means is that that keyword is the most searched way of searching for that specific thing that people want. So for example, this keyword right here, you can look at the titles to understand, yes, these websites are actually targeting this keyword. And if you were to look in the right in Ahrefs, you can see what is the keyword that brings them the most traffic. And you can see it's the same one. So this one is the parent keyword. There are cases like this one that you can see that the titles are not targeting specifically brown, right? And if you look at the column, the keyword that is searched the most is this one. So there's a chance that that one is indeed the parent keyword. So we would discard the brown variable and go with this one right here. Now in the next step is where you're gonna get all those keywords that you're gonna cluster. To do that, you need to open the competitors that are directly targeting that keyword that's searched. And these SEO tools actually let you see all those keywords, and what you have to do is filter by top 10. So in other words, we're seeing the keywords that this URL is ranking for successfully. So for this, we found 5 competitors that target the keyword. So we grabbed all those top 10 keywords and put them in a sheet. And then you just export the duplicates and sort by the one with the most volume. So now it all makes sense.